To continue, the discussion with Fang that I listened to was not going in that direction. His guest was suggesting that the young men in the Democratic Party were missing God, the notion that places us all beneath and obedient, but no hint of this that is in itself an emasculation. Charlie Kirk's obsessions with Martin Luther King are interesting. He cancels him for his sex life, a sticky patch for the seller of celibacy, the second classer of women and sex, Christianity. Charlie was a preacher man and best understood that way. So was MLK, a very different one. There is a moment in Made in Britain where two authority figures, marvelously realized as complex, even the mighty adolescents brought us a secondary school of shivering cliches for teachers, draws Trevor's life on a chalkboard, draws it out. It's very biblical. The Fang discussion drifted inevitably to Kirk and his engagement with young men. I wasn't there, but I have heard this stuff before. It will be fat in the flames of future fires. It will send them screaming to gun shows. The young woman guest had worked for Democrats, seen the light, and left them for the Republicans, and in her presentation, with many alike and vocally fried, I have to interject, this habit is evidence of such contortion, such insecurity, such effortful trying, I find it hard to hear what is being said. However, she eventually pointed out that Kirk was a preacher, and belief in God was the old-fashioned we had strayed from. Hence our predicament. And unfortunately, Fang agreed. And I suspect Glenn does too. It was the Kirk story and the Tucker Carlson story, just so we know. This type releases much chum in the water. No sooner are white European Judeo-Christian patriarchal values challenged for really the first time in history from within for crimes committed, or if you must, mistakes made, we are told the poor lads can't handle it. Pity, pity, pity. The myth spins out of control. The Kirk shooter was a trans lover. He's a Democrat. Bring back the role models like Charlie. I'm glad this argument is being made, and I understand its appeal to people. It has been in the water supply since our civilization began 2,000 years ago. It's hard to break away. One needs to rebel. It is a system, man-made, that has kept us in order for a very long time, and yes, it is emasculating. By my definition, a crushed masculine, and which there are very, very few examples. Muhammad Ali, Anthony Bourdain, Denzel Washington, Crazy Horse, Jesus, that's about it. Very few. Don't tell me. But this is a world of Muslim grooming gangs, Weinsteins, Epsteins, of Prince Andrews, Bill Clintons, and Giselle Pellicots, etc., ad infinitum. As I said, I'm not in places where white men are being humiliated. I think I have been, but I didn't notice it. But maybe it was too early. I have never felt emasculated by women or people of color more than one should be, and we all should, which makes it hurt less than that knowledge, I guess. But yes, never felt diminished. And I don't think they even tried. I don't project that onto them. I know that their road has been infinitely harder than mine. Whatever it is they are trying to achieve, the backlash against the dominant culture was inevitable. The fragility of this community of put upon white boys is evidence to me that their masculinity was always skin deep, the John Wayne, the masculinity conferred by our monotheistic male superhero religions root the problem perfectly. Our civilization is that. It has provided hundreds of years of serfdom justification, populations of oppressed community, and now the descendants of the oppressor class are being asked to change. They just cry in their beer. Not much I can do but laugh. The Victorian working class, the generators of imperial wealth, drank gin, died young, and were condemned as godless by the Kirks of their day. And we are on repeat. I had a thought just now. If you live in a community near another community that attacks a third community, and you think that that attack is unjustifiable, was not provoked, you live in a certain kind of a world. Every action has a provocation. And if it's not evident immediately, it should be looked for. That's the human being, the person who says they are this, they are evil, they are motivated to come. The current story in England seems to be that Islam is coming to England to take it over. It's a fantastic story. It's been that story since 1095, the First Crusade. And if you believe that, that's on you. The fact that they are coming from war-torn lands and they're coming for shelter, what do they call it? They're coming to asylum. War-torn lands, politically fraught lands, totalitarian states, lands beset by drought. They're coming for help is probably more likely.